Well, they will probably continue to do so. Okay, well, we're 100% gonna have to go. They went through about over 1,500 years of history in 2 minutes. What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video today. Today we're going to take a look, I think, at something that's going to be very, very exciting. It's obviously going to be somewhat controversial, but it's something away from sport here on the channel. We're going to take a look at why England and France have hated each other for 1,000 years and probably will for a couple thousand more. Obviously, things are a lot more civil. We're all a lot more technologically advanced. That's why you're watching this video in the first place. And we might watch this video once or twice just so we can try to get all the information in at once. I'm not gonna pause it the first time. Hopefully, we're gonna try to avoid pausing it. And then the second time, we might pause and I might ask some questions. But obviously, this is me going back on history, trying to understand history in the first place. Because obviously, I've been out of school now for a year or two. So it's not bad to kind of go back and think about things. Obviously, learning world history is a big part of life. And it's a beautiful day outside. But I'm gonna spend it in here with you guys. So let's get into this video. You guys gotta let me know what you think. Let's do it. As well, guys, you can find the original video just down in the description below.
This is England. This is France. On the surface, England and France love each other. But unofficially, England and France hated each other since forever.
Okay. Okay.
Let's look into history. Celts. Romans. Then Germanic tribes invasion. Then King Charlemagne for France. King Alfred in England. Viking raided England and France.
Alright, so I told myself I wasn't going to pause it, but oh my goodness, there's a lot to understand here.
Normans invaded England. England and France are united under Angevin Empire. 100 Years' War.
100-year war
went downhill. France team up with Scotland to beat up England. Reformation. England became Protestants. France remained Catholics. Numerous European wars.
What the heck is going on? There is so much going on.
7 Years' War, where England, or now known as Britain, became dominant over France. American War of Independence. Napoleon tried to
They just
Britain became world superpower in the 19th century. France is jealous. English language became widespread. France is jealous. Britain and France are technically friends since Napoleonic Wars. Britain and France fought together in World War I. France
Germany is strong. They are going through this extremely fast. We've already hit up to World War I and World War II, and this video's been going on for a minute. Jesus Christ.
Britain destroyed French fleet after the fall of France. France is pissed. Charles de Gaulle rejected Britain's membership into European Economic Community. France lost the war against Vietnam and Algeria. Britain granted independence to colonies more gently. Then Brexit happened. If Britain did not win the 7 Years' War, everyone would probably be speaking French today, not English. France sees England as an American ass licker. England sees France as a sore loser, compared to Germany. In conclusion, will France and England continue hating each other in the future?
Well, they will probably continue to do so. Okay, well, we're 100% gonna have to go. They went through about over 1,500 years of history in 2 minutes. They did it in 2 minutes. All right, this video is a little bit mind-boggling. It's a little bit on the mind-boggling side. Okay, so we're gonna. It's France. This is England. Yes.
On the surface, England and France
we'll
love
go
each other.
this stuff.
But unofficially, England and France hated each other.
Yep. Okay. Well, we right to it.
What? Let's look into history.
Celtic tribes area in Western Europe. So obviously they had all of that. Barbarians, not civilized.
Then Germanic tribes.
France is, I mean, being in mainland France, obviously it's a lot of colonization.
King Charlemagne for France. King Alfred in
uniting England, the Viking Age, because the Vikings just raid everywhere and take everything, and just mess up everything.
So Vikings became Normans in France. Normans invaded England.
Okay, the unofficial Angevin Empire. So they controlled England, like Ireland, Wales.
100 Years' War. Here is where it all went downhill. France team up.
If England beat any of us, we will beat England together. Oh, France and Scotland teamed up to beat England.
Scotland to beat up England. Reformation. England became Protestants. France
Reformation of the
remained
Church in the
Catholic.
16th century. War of Augsburg, which is in Germany, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Austrian succession, War of Spanish succession. What the hell?
European wars where England and France took opposing sides.
Took opposing sides,
Seven
Royal
Years'
Navy.
War where England, or now known as Britain, became dominant over France.
Because of the Royal Navy.
American War.
Oh, and then obviously the American Revolution, which France helped England, or helped the United States with.
Napoleon tried to invade Britain, failed.
Invades Russia in the winter. They lose.
Britain became
And
world
so
superpower in the
France
19th
fails to become a
century.
superpower to take over Europe, and so England takes over the rest of the world,
English language became
including Africa,
widespread.
India, and
France
Australia.
is jealous. Britain and France are technically friends
This is the beginning of World War One.
since Napoleonic Wars. Britain and France fought together in World War I. France is
Okay,
overrun
this
by
is
Germans.
World War Two. This is insane. We are just
To
going.
be honest, if Britain is not an island, the
Yes.
Germans would have invaded Britain successfully.
Which is always, it's always weird to think about, is that Germany never did try to actually invade England, mainly because of the English Channel and the fact that the Royal Navy was still one of the strongest in the world. So they decided to go for Russia. Didn't work, obviously. And England attacked France because France gave up.
France is pissed. Charles de Gaulle
Then
rejected Britain's
France,
membership
yep.
into European Economic Community. France lost the war again.
Oh, the French were the ones that were in Vietnam, and then they asked.
Against
Yeah,
Vietnam and
yikes.
Algeria. Britain granted independence to colonies
Both
more generally.
lost their empires.
Then Brexit happened.
There's just a lot of humongous political history here. There's just so much political history. Listen. There is so much political history between England and France, and even America. America tosses themselves in that hat a bunch. And the rest of Europe, that I can totally understand why they don't like each other in the slightest, but on the surface, there is always a little bit of, discussions that they can be had, between the two. I'm lost. I'm still very, very lost as to why England and France hate each other. But you guys gotta let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys think? What is your reasons for either liking or hating the opposite? And why does everyone hate Americans? Why do we suck the most out of all this? Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I will catch you guys for another video. Peace.